Doing hot here in Los Angeles. Hey, Succulent, darlings. Succulent coming out in a week, so that's for sure. This is going to be very popular, I can tell. Wonderful. Smells very light. It's a very light scent because of the cucumber oil and the apple oil in it. It's a little pink because the Cromwell, tiny pinkness, but very subtle. Very subtle, definitely compared to our Fresh Eyes. Darlings, Fresh Eyes smells very blueberry because the blueberry oil. This has cucumber, and the base is aloe juice, #1 ingredient. So it's very drawing in moisture. We talked about the kelp in here last week, didn't we? And all of these brown algae components that are very good for your skin. And it's going to have low molecular weight polyglutamic acid and high molecular weight polyglutamic acid and hyaluronic acid. All of these very drawing moisture to your skin components. And there's not a moisturizer with all of those in there. So it's very unique. I like the smell. I really like it on my neck, my liney neck. It's drawing the moisture in the décolleté, or is it décolletage? I think it's décolletage. So coming out in a week for sure, as well as 2 peptides. Hold on a second, the peptides. Palmitoyl tripeptide 1. This is also called PAL-GHK, or palmitoyl oligopeptide, because it's oil. It's an oil affinity peptide, which is, I think, always there's more affinity to the skin with all these peptides when you look at them up. Acid-linked peptide that can, or fatty acid-linked peptide that can help repair visible signs, skin damage, and strengthen skin's underlying supportive elements, as well as this other peptide. What is it called again? Palmitoyl hexapeptide 12. Yes, this is one of my favorite peptides. It's an oil-soluble peptide as well. It's very good for your skin, highly biocompatible with the skin's natural structure. So these are also in it. Peptides, as well as hyaluronic acid and polyglutamic acid, low and high, that all have a very clear moisture retention, long-term moisture retention. Yes, and elasticity, improve elasticity. Right around here, guys. Elasticity, that's what I want for my neck. That's why I'm like, this is my go-to neck experience lately. Very light scent. Doesn't smell bad. It smells, but it's not like scenty. But I smell mainly like it's a light free scent just from the oils that we use. Not essential oils, but the natural oils. Hi, it's live, Miriam. You got it live. I know sometimes there's the replays. You are live, darling. Live. Yes, the replays, they look often like, thank you, Patricia. Yes, you're live. Nice. Thank you guys for joining me. Very happy. So this is out a week. That's what I'm talking about. This is our fabulous moisturizer. I think it's going to have a small batch first, and I think it'll probably sell out, but there's always going to be more because there's a lot of interest in this. Moisturizers are popular. Makes sense. Moisturizers are probably, they're the most popular skin besides like antibacterial ointments. Because people aren't into skincare, definitely into moisturizers, but all-time favorite moisturizers. So this is going to be very popular, guys. It also has glucoceramides. We haven't even talked about glucoceramides are going to be in it as well to help protect the skin. And barley extract, beta glucans. That's what we talked about, I think, 2 weeks ago, which is a component in the colloidal oatmeal that is very good for like eczema type things. People have been experiencing with our test group that their little eczema patches seem to be improving, so that's very cool. Yes, a highly concentrated moisture reservoir for oily combination skin. So you could definitely use this for oily skin because it's nice and light, but it's like drawing moisture in. I think probably oily skin doesn't need as much moisturizer, but definitely good for, you know, you let baby go again. It helps with your redness. Yes, it is. Yeah, this is really lovely on the neck. Yes, melts on contact. It's just very, I feel like it just keeps drawing moisture in. So very pleased. I've been really enjoying a little bit on my hands as well. A nice light kind of gel, moist gel kind of light cream. Your son, a 20-year-old? Yes. Well, if you have, you know, pimply action happening, I definitely recommend some salicylic type derivative um, to get in there. If he's got some acneic skin. And like some bright might be help with that salicylic acid in there, as well as but if he for a moisturizer, yes, if his skin is dry or there's like crustiness happening, you know, would be great for his skin. But if it's for pimples, I don't know why. I mean, since 22 doesn't necessarily mean he does. Yes, he does. And oily skin. He has dry skin and oily skin. Like it'll be good for the dry patches, but if he has acneic skin, he may not need a moisturizer. But this is definitely, it has soothing components to it. Yes. But I don't think it's necessarily treating acne. Like Glow has the sap, that vitamin C that's been studied to help with with the bacteria that causes acne. So this one doesn't have like acne fighting, very oily. I mean, it might help control oil, but if it's acne, I would go with Glow. I love it. Fabulous. It's just so dewy. It just gets your skin this dewy, supple, buoyant. Can that be a name for skin? Sort of a bouncy. It just draws the moisture in. It's really. It's pretty amazing. It might start to be my favorite. I mean, I really love Lux. I like oils, and sometimes actually with oily skin, a little bit of oil helps train the skin to not produce as much oil. So very light, like moistured, a little bit of moisture and a little bit of oil might help your son's skin, actually. Weirdly. Seems weird, and you might not want to do it, but just like a drop or two, pat it on, can help train the skin. I've actually heard that a lot with Lux. That helps people's skin have less oil. Weirdly, and it's non-comedogenic. I think you could even use like a little bit of jojoba oil, very light amount. It's very strange, but if that's his main concern, oil, I would say you might try an oil. I'm using the rosehip. You have or he has. Rosehip seed oil is amazing. It's got great components. What I like most about Lux is that it has the oil-soluble vitamin C, which gets deep down into the dermis to help treat a lot of issues. It's 10%. It also has rosehip seed oil and 20 other plant and flower essences, oils, organic oils, and a few essential oils as well that help with the skin. But it also has that vitamin C, which is very, oh God, my hands, you guys. It just feels so good. And it has that like transparent glass skin, you know, that glass skin that the whole Korean skincare. Do his facials and use rosehip oil twice a week. That's great. Is it not helping? That's more sweet that you do his face, lets you do his facials. I love it. It's so beautiful. Yes. Does he let you do extractions? That could be kind of fun. So anyways, guys, 1 week. Don't have to wait anymore. I just want to talk a little bit about the polyglutamic acid. I'm trying to each week talk a little bit, and our newsletters are talking a little bit each week about the components of this fabulous, gonna be popular moisturizer called Succulent. Isn't that a great name? I named it. Succulent. It's just like quenching. It just feels like, you know, quenched skin, supple. Supple would have been a good name too. Anywho, guys, any other discussion topics? Is there a little bit of a delay? I'm having like a delay, but hopefully you guys aren't having a delay. I love you guys in the replay as well. Yay! I know it's confusing, Miriam, when that often happens. I notice people comment a lot in the replays. They're like, as if they're questions during the live. It's confusing sometimes. I feel you. But this is live. Thank you. It's going to be such a party. Okay, I'll put it back, yeah. This plant is kind of, it's not looking as good as the aloe is kind of, I need to get a new plant. Yes! I mean, I can understand why. It's fabulous. It's fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Oh. It's really long-lasting moisture, you know? And it doesn't have an oily feel. It just feels like hydration, you know? It's super, it's just, I'm so impressed. So impressed with our formulation, you guys. So can't wait. We unfortunately won't have a goodie size of it. We only have that of our other products. But that would be, hopefully down the line, that would be pretty cool. So thank you guys for joining me. Next week we'll have the party. It's available, and that'll be so fun. It might be available before we actually do the live as well, in case you're interested. So definitely get on the mailing list if you're not, and then you will, of course, have access. It just like my skin looks so. It just makes it look younger. You know, when you're moisturized. I mean, there's components in it that definitely help with wrinkles and the like, but when you're just hydrated, it plumps up those wrinkles. Makes sense. Okay, guys. Thanks for the thumbs up. I love you. Hope you have a fabulous Tuesday. And thanks for partying with me. Yes. Bye, guys.